What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, London. I'm back here with another video. DJ Akademiks, man, crashing out hard. Lost a couple sponsorships. Is I think permanently banned on Twitch. Stake unfollowed them, which is is it sticker? Either sticker kick. Either way, it's kind of crazy for them to unfollow you, knowing how much of a how scummy they are themselves. So that tells you something. That's kind of crazy. Anyways, this video is how DJ Akademiks got caught for way worse, and now it's all over. I know he did formally apologize to what I forgot the kid's name, Nor or something like that. I can't remember his name exactly, but yeah, he apologized kind of. It wasn't really like a full apology, but he's gonna do what he does. He's not really good at doing things like that. He has too much pride. And now he seems to set his sights on Freddie Gibbs for some reason. I guess he's trying to, just move away from that and then try and get into another thing with Freddie Gibbs. It's whatever. They've been going back and forth for years, so it's nothing really new that we're coming up with. But I want to see what Fantastic Hip Hop is saying about this so far. I am not really tapped into the whole DJ Akademiks drama right now. I'm just hearing bits and pieces so far. So let's see what he's saying. And my shit died.
Now, even after the mess that we have all seen DJ Akademiks make by just proving to be one of the weirdest people that you could possibly be, while a lot of times in this era when someone in the public eye gets into controversy, they stay under the spotlight for a few days until everyone gets mad about the next thing. Ak has done enough in these past few days to more than show that this scandal he is in isn't just a one-time thing that is going to pass by in his career like so many other strange and disgusting controversies in the past have. But now, with the way Ak has conducted himself, he has done way too much to ever make anyone forget about the disgusting things he was caught doing, and with the way he has now antagonized so many other people over the years, and from content creators to rappers, now all of DJ Akademiks' rivals have seemingly come out of nowhere like the Avengers and are now doing...
Anyone buy that shirt when it came out? Some in the comment section, let me know if y'all bought that shirt when it came out with the DJ Akademiks Teletubby shirt, man. I gotta know.
Antagonized so many other people over the years, and from content creators to rappers, now all of DJ Akademiks' rivals have seemingly come out of nowhere like the Avengers and are now doing everything in their power to make sure everyone who has ever heard of him knows just how much of a creep.
And I knew immediately Freddie Gibbs was going to be on that bullshit. As soon as he heard about this news, I knew he was going to be on some bullshit. He always is. Him, Gunna, and DJ Akademiks, them three are the funniest people to watch when they're arguing with each other. I don't know why. And Benny the Butcher, kind of. Hopefully that doesn't get any further than it does, and I hope they actually reconcile and start making good songs together again, because they were really a good duo. It's unfortunate, though.
Creepy really is. And overall, with the way Ak is still spiraling and speaking about this situation, what is now clear is that anytime Akademiks tries to come at anyone in the future, or just do about anything, this label he has now placed on himself will never leave, and slowly but surely, it is going to wipe away his entire career until there is nothing left. And now, before we get into how really at this point the place Ak has put himself in has now made things even messier than ever, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And so now with DJ Akademiks,
the Fantastic
Hip
Hop,
really just put into perspective how cooked this guy is and just how bad this entire situation for him has been, is that when he was on one of his many live streams in his same old cave with the same old terrible video quality, Ak did something that even for where he is at now, which of course is a low like few other people could ever even try to reach on their way.
It is kind of funny, his video quality is not that good. I'm not saying mine is the best, but I think mine looks a little better and more clear. His all sorts of fuzzy and shit, but it's funny. It's whatever. He's got money to get a new camera, but if it don't work, if it works, don't fix it. So, you know what I'm saying.
Worst day is really just unlike anything else he has ever done, which was of course that in the face of this entire controversy, after having one of the most catastrophic crash outs of all time with a moment like this,
I showed too much love, and I could just collect the bag. I showed too much love. I showed too much love. Yo, I showed too much love to ever be called a weirdo.
Ak seemingly took another play out.
That's a fucking Drake. That's a Drake playbook play. God damn. I'm too famous. I'm too well known to be a PDF. Golly. That's straight out of Drake's playbook right there.
Out of his buddy Drake's book, and when his image was starting to really be dragged to a point where beyond people just being mad, he actually may have been put out of a job, What Ak did was so shocking, as he gave somewhat of an apology, which is really something that he has never done, besides when Drake forced him to apologize to SZA when they were working on music together, and Ak just went way too far when he was talking about her. And now what Ak said in...
What did Ak say about SZA?
Really the second apology he has ever given.
What do you say about SZA?
Will still continue to blame everyone and diss all of the people he is against. But then after making sure that he knows that everyone who has been mad at him he still wants beef with, he kinda said he was wrong for saying the things he did to a person who is pretty much half of his age, who he decided it was a good idea to talk to. And now with Ak saying this and with the way he did, while it's obvious that he's really not sorry and that the only reason he even issued this statement is seemingly because his actual career was on the line and the people and brands he works with were telling him to make things right, and if they didn't, they were going to pull away from him, which of course would then put him out of a job, when you just know the type of person Ak is a little bit. While he is many things, someone who ever thinks they're even a little bit wrong is definitely not one of them. And now, fortunately, despite Ak issuing this statement, most people are not letting up on him and are just seeing through the clear play that he was trying to make here.
And a lot of people have been bringing up, I know Ak has a bad track record, but I will say I don't like lying on people's names, so I know a lot of people have been bringing up the whole case with the girl that was suing him for something, suing him for grape, I guess. That had nothing to do with him. He fully complied with the police and all that. I know people don't like him, but I'm not gonna lie on people when there's clear evidence that shows that he did not have any involvement with that, and he fully cooperated with the police. So I'm not gonna down him on that. But everything else he's been doing is pure fuckery, just pure fuckery. That's what I'm gonna call it, just pure fuckery. So yeah, you don't like the person, but I understand you don't like him, but let's not lie on people. That's one thing I'm not going to do.
Because it really was so obvious how disingenuous this all was, and when it comes to the severity of Ak's situation, which there has been reports that...
Now, could it possibly be a symptom of, just his fuckery that caused that situation to happen? Most probably. Most likely. But as far as we know, nothing has happened to him. I know that's kind of a bad take, but... nothing's happened to him. He fully cooperated. If I remember correctly, he did give the video evidence willingly to the police, and they came back with no evidence of him doing anything. It was mostly the two other people that were with him that did that to the girl. And I don't know the full update on that, but I'm sure he has said he doesn't really hang out with them anymore. So that's that. I mean,
higher powers are now getting involved in looking...
The same thing with Kai Cenat when that girl was claiming that she got graped at that party that he held in New York, I think, and that one dude. It's the same situation.
Which once again, considering his record in the past, would not make this the first time. And really, considering how horrible what Akademiks actually did was, because it just crosses a line that any regular person never would. Saying sorry on stream like this does not show that you actually have changed, and again, especially knowing your past now, it only seems like this is starting to make a pattern. But now beyond Ak's terrible apology, which has only ended up making everything even worse for him, what's made this situation even more terrible for Akademiks, and really when we look at his career trajectory, is just making this entire moment poetic in a certain way, is that after Ak has spent years beefing with other people, breaking down their lowest moments, and where it really starts to get shady and why he is in the place he has been in, try to push false narratives or try to run around and make up facts when there is no real evidence to support what he is saying, now everybody who has had beef with Ak is coming out of nowhere and just escalating this thing even more within the same way that he has done to them. And now specifically when it comes to rappers who are now making Ak's controversy even bigger, making him look terrible to the industry, and just making sure that everyone knows what he has done, there has been two rappers who over everybody else have been leading the effort to end Akademiks' career forward, with the first being none other than Meek Mill. And now with Meek and Ak, after Ak has been beefing with him for years, and as Meek has become a bigger and bigger meme over the years to say the very least, Ak has just gotten louder and louder about documenting what he calls Meek's downfall. Meek is now seemingly rejoicing that there is real proof to prove that Ak is one of the worst people you can possibly be. He is seemingly posting about it all over social media and warning parents to make sure to remove all communication from Akademiks from their kids. Because Meek really thinks that because of what Ak has done, he should not even be allowed to appear on people's social media screens. And with Meek just fully stating what Ak wants to do in a lot worse words than I am saying, and really with him using this exact controversy Ak is now in to paint his entire character in the way he is, I mean, despite Meek actually kinda having a point, because I don't think anybody would want Ak to be.
Why is everybody trying to down Meek like he can't say nothing, man? God damn, I know he's become a meme over the past couple years, and the whole Diddy situation didn't help him. But goddamn, that's all I can say. Just let the man be.
Position where he can do anything even close to this again. Meek has finally got back at Ak and has painted this image of who he really is and has been successful with it. And I mean, overall, now Meek has finally come out of his beef with DJ Akademiks by handing him an L. And speaking of handing Akademiks L's, beyond Meek, who has really been getting non-stop bothered by Ak for years, the rapper who has really made Ak look like a clown to the public more than anyone else has, in Freddie Gibbs, was having so much fun with this man. And while Freddie always finds creative and over-the-top ways to troll like in the past when he released shirts of Akademiks on a Teletubby, which ultimately started one of the greatest jokes of all time, this time around when everybody else is speaking about Ak, Freddie laid off the words and antics and just said one thing to Ak. Which really, considering this situation, this is all that needed to be said. And it's really just funnier that Freddie Gibbs came in to hand Ak his annual L this way instead of doing anything over the top, because again, with this moment saying...
I know exactly why he did that. He's not trying to get banned. That motherfucker gets banned on everything. I don't know how you get banned on so many platforms. It's so funny. He can't even post on Instagram anymore without... It's crazy. Instagram don't fuck with him at all. That shit... But he's funny. He's funny as hell. He is the funniest rapper I've known.
Know about Ak and his career, and really just exposing him even worse than anything else ever even could. There is nothing Freddie needed to do, and now with Meek, Freddie, and even streamers like Plaqueboy Max, who Ak is in a back and forth with, as all Ak does is sit and pay attention to these things, he of course saw the way they are speeding up the finale to his run that has made hip-hop culture worse in every single way possible, and again, instead of taking this moment to reflect on the fact that you do have some serious issues and really need to be thinking things over, Ak has instead
Ak does have drinking problems. I'll be honest with you. He has a lot of drinking problems, man. Every fucking stream I watch of him, he is drunk off his fucking ass. He's always got a ball of Henny in his hand. I don't know why, but hey, do with that information what you will. You know what I'm saying?
Huddled up with his little team who he has briefed for months to do such things like post anything that will strengthen and support Drake's image and take down Kendrick Lamar's, and now is making them just beef with people like Plaqueboy Max, Freddie, and Meek Mill in some of the strangest ways possible. As from Ak now posting all week clips of Plaqueboy Max and his friend who was involved in this entire situation in the first place and trying to spin what he did into something Max is wrong for as well, because according to Ak, he has done the same thing within a way worse fashion.
And I will say, I don't think Ak posted this himself. I think an apology that he said that it was not him. Someone on his team that posts stuff on this account, the Akademiks TV account, not his official account. So I don't know. I feel like you should have some sort of communication with the people that are posting on your Akademiks TV account, to be honest, because that is your brand name. It has your name in it. So I don't know why you don't like have people run stuff by you to post. So that's kind of weird on his own. So he might have just, you know what, fuck it, just do whatever you do. Do whatever damage control you want to do. I'm not saying that he does that purposely, but it kind of looks that way. So that's on you, Ak.
To now with Freddie Gibbs. Akademiks is once again showing how insecure and pathetic of a man he really is, because what he is doing in his latest back and forth with Gibbs is asking his employees to make some of the weirdest posts possible about one of the best rappers out today. As Ak's team really went out and claimed such things that the mother of one of Freddie Gibbs' sons almost named him after Akademiks, and now in this time
Hey, Freddie, you fucked up with her. I'll be honest with you. You really did. I don't know why. Never ever get laid up with a corn star, man. Or don't have a baby at least. Jesus. At the very minimum, don't have a baby. God damn. You can't be doing all that.
Considering where we are at, I don't think this is the type of narrative Ak wants to push, but seriously, from the apology, which was one of the worst attempts at showing regret that I have ever seen, to how he is responding to being called out by other people in his lowest moment, and is now, instead of taking this time to reflect or just do anything different, he is just using all of his efforts to make everybody else look worse. Overall, DJ Akademiks is showing that he is one of the most immature and pathetic people out, and just like the guy who he idolizes over everything in Drake, They are not just delusional about reality and their own problems, but instead of ever trying to make themselves better, they would rather just bring down others with them. And I mean, for Ak, there has to be a time where you just get out of that seat and you just realize that things are better than these petty games and antics. But if this entire situation hasn't been a wake-up call for him to just change his act, which it clearly hasn't been, then it's more than obvious that this guy is a bigger loser than any of us could have ever thought. But
Absolutely.
really, in this time where the entire landscape of hip-hop is changing, between people like Akademiks and Dre compared to the rest of the culture, they are showing that they just don't align with what rap represents, whether we are talking about the actual artists, media personalities, or just the fans and people in general. Really, the only good thing about this situation coming to light is that now at least everyone is finding out that DJ Akademiks really is just the worst, and that he quite literally is not like the rest of us, and therefore, with the backlash he is getting, industry forces moving away from him, or at least thinking about that, because that's why he gave out any sort of apology in the first place, and to rappers like Freddie and Meek even making the truth about what this guy is doing louder than ever. After Drake was already bringing Ak this way because Drake has proven that he does not embody anything hip-hop represents as well, Ak is on a clear course where in the future from now, while he will still have a following because there are strange people just like him who do
And yeah, that he's still gonna have a following no matter what, regardless. It's just like Andrew Scholes. You know, like most, like I will say, like a lot of people that watch Ak are not really like into hip hop like that. They just like hearing news about hip hop. It's kind of the same thing with Andrew Scholes. People that watch shows aren't really into like hip hop like that, so he can say whatever and he'll be perfectly fine. So it, you know, especially Ak's fucking audience, the worst music taste of all time. I'll be honest with you, they have horrible music taste. Horrible music taste. They don't listen to anything other than trap. That's about it. I'll be honest with you. And I watch Ak from time to time. I used to watch him all the time when I'll get off school, you know, right after school or after work. Just pull up Akademiks back then when he was making news and everything. And other than that, I listen to his streams sometimes too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I never watched Akademiks, but I definitely did. But yeah, but his audience is just, their music takes are horrible.
Look up to him, which just saying that out loud is sad. With hip-hop really just separating from everything he is representing. At least in a few years, he will be in another corner of media and entertainment, still trying to be the problem he has been for hip-hop culture for over a decade now, but without having the influence he has had here. And with his reputation only getting worse, which I'm sure will only continue from this point, he will never be able to be as weird and awful of a person on this level ever again. And so now with all this said, let me know, what do you think about how DJ Akademiks' downfall has now placed him on a path where he is leaving hip-hop altogether, and where do you think this moment is going to put him after all? Because we are now seeing more than ever that people really are mad and done with this guy more than we have ever seen before. Now I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And now,
Alright, shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop for that video. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm probably going to do like at least 3 recordings before I go to sleep. See you later.